The end of this inclined corridor is a large room with a very high vaulted ceiling. There is a large polished stone platform in this room like an altar. There are white-robed entities in a semicircle to one side. Their attention seems to be focused on the platform. The room is dimly lit. There is a feeling of something sacred, holy, almost religious about this place. This place seems familiar, as if I've been here before. I climb into the platform and lie down. I was then illuminated by a brilliant shaft of white light from head to toe. The light was coming from overhead. A robed figure then moved from behind the group and stood next to me with a hand outstretched over my solar plexus. Mel Rileys, 1988. Remote viewing.
So Jim Mars goes into more detail about how different remote viewers are able to get various details of the same location.
Few of them got to talking. They said, well, look, you see them, I see them, we know. Where are they coming from? Is there some unity to all of this? Is there a command center? So they tasked Mel Rileys to go take a look at Galactic Federation headquarters. And he came up with this drawing of a beautiful lake in a high mountainous area. He said his analogy was Lake Titicaca, and that there was a big flat plateau there. And on this plateau was a pyramid with a ramp and an opening in this mountainous area above this lake. And he says, I found myself moving up an inclined causeway with rough stone walls on both sides. At the end of the causeway is a long, dimly lit rectangular corridor constructed of smooth dressed stone on all sides. He said, this is an entrance to a beautiful white pyramid type structure on a rocky-like promontory with, interestingly enough, these two obelisks on either side. As he went in, he said he had a feeling that this was a familiar place. He felt warm and accepted, and like he was almost like, I'm home. And he said there was a stone dais or altar here. He just strolled in and laid down on it mentally, and he said there were these hooded beings around him, but the whole thing was a pleasant experience. He felt like that he was they were kind of inspecting him just like he was expecting them. Now, interestingly enough, other remote viewers were also asked to go look at galactic headquarters, if you will. And this was the drawing that one of them made, and here's a little drawing that a separate one made, and yet you can see the details are very, very similar. And the one that really got me was when they were drawing, well, here again we can see a more detailed drawing of what they saw. And again, these are separate viewers, and yet they obviously are drawing the same location, wherever that is. But I really like the drawings who see this city on another world, and it's in a kind of a bowl, and there's living quarters along the sides. There's a water tank, I guess, a cistern here. They got a tall tower, and it's exactly the same thing that another viewer sees with